Brock.
And I'm Matt.
We're the Goldblock Network. We're out here in beautiful Venice Beach, California. We're going to be doing a little bit of community outreach, seeing where everyone is at with Bitcoin and blockchain technologies. Isn't that right, Matt?
Well, that's right. Bitcoin and blockchain is all about community. So what better way to get a sense of the community than talking to them? Let's go talk to some people.
Let's go, buddy.
Come on, brother.
What do you think of Bitcoin itself?
Well, I mean, it's a token. Bitcoin is a token. It's the most obviously known token. They were the first one out there. Obviously, what's going to happen is this thing is going to go now. For the past 3 years, it's have been up and downs. 3 weeks ago, it was $3,600 a token. Now it's $5,700 a token, and this thing is going to go to $20,000 probably in the next 6 months.
Now, I guess on that same thing, what do you think of Ethereum?
Well, Ethereum is an open platform. It's an open source environment, and obviously that's a new standard. It's a bit like comparing Microsoft Windows servers versus a Linux server, right? So the moment that Linux came on board 20 years ago, the internet got widely open.
Paradigm.
So so basically you're going to have this closed environment and you're going to have this open environment, and Ethereum and the ERC20s are really the new platform, and this is the ecosystem that people need to launch everything towards smart contract. The biggest problem is that right now everybody's looking at each other and who's going to regulate the environment.
Absolutely.
And, obviously the CFTC or the SEC is looking into it in various angles. Obviously, the people that doesn't want this to really happen, or people who's going to create an expertise in the short term, will try to create some roadblocks for people to come into it, such as they're going to establish their own rules.
Yes.
So they want to create some regulation in order for them to fit within the rules that they're going to help being created. So the opportunity right now is really based on the people that, you need to have something real, you need to have fundamental.
Exactly.
You can't create things that is having no fundamental. It's very, very important that people are going to be able to make a separation between what's real and what's not.
Fact and fiction, right?
And basically call BS right away, such as people's not going to get burned into it. That's the biggest problem.
I mean, if you just go back to the tech bubble in the 90s, like bingo.com and things of that nature, just putting money into because they just think it's going to be this big thing, but there's no real working tool that's going to help everyday life.
Governance is going to be the big thing.
Well, what do you think of like blockchain technology? Do you think it's
decentralization is everything?
Yes.
Decentralization is everything. Obviously, it's not very convenient for government. It's not convenient for Federal Reserve.
No, definitely.
But everything is going to be about decentralization.
Now, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're working on?
I cannot give too much details
right now. That's fine.
It's really, one thing is for sure, it's related to wireless services. It's related to a commodity that people are using every day.
Yes.
So there's not a single person here that doesn't have a requirement for the use of a smartphone device and actually data connection. So basically it's a token 100% based on the utilization of data over here.
Do you guys see yourself going live anytime soon, or is that still?
Yep. So basically, our white paper have been wrote. So we have some people internally on the PR side. So we expect that mid-November the pre-sale is going to start, and marketing's going to be done, and we expect this to be closed before Christmas.
Fantastic, fantastic. Do you guys have a name yet?
Oh yeah. It's called IPCS, Internet Personal Communication System.
I love it.
So the project is called IPCS.
Thank you so much, Benoit. We really appreciate it. It's always good getting to talk with people that truly believe in what's going on right now, and wish you guys nothing but the best of luck. Man, thank you so much. Have you ever heard of Bitcoin?
Yes.
Yes, you both have. And what do you know about it?
Bitcoin. I know a little bit about Bitcoin in a way of kind of like people using it as criminal ways, like maybe using it as by hacking people and making people pay them in a way where they can't be tracked to getting money back, I think. So I think Bitcoin is used where it can't be traced back to you.
Another question, have you guys ever heard of blockchain technology?
No.
You? Pretty much simple is Bitcoin is a digital currency. It is not backed by any government. It is not controlled by any one person. The beautiful thing about it, it's a deflationary currency, unlike inflationary currencies like the American dollar, where governments can print money to out of existence, where Zimbabwe has a $10 trillion bill. I have one in my back pocket. I'll literally show you guys. Bitcoin itself has only 21 million that will ever be created. Today, it hit almost $100 billion in market cap itself. And think of it like this: if you invested into Bitcoin in the beginning of March of 2010, $100 would be $186 million today. We're millennials, guys. This is our future, and it's not going to change. Have you ever heard of Bitcoin? Do you know anything about Bitcoin?
I have, yeah. Educated myself a little bit,
Yes.
but I still can't say that I'm an expert on the subject.
Yeah.
I don't know enough other than the fact that it was created by like some white paper that ended up, or that, I don't know, kind of came into fruition by some unknown person,
Yes.
and then people had to mine for it with their computers, and then they like acquired them, but then you could also like acquire them by trading for actual currency, right?
Yes.
And then like the value like fluctuated for a little while.
Yeah.
But then it kept on growing. Like people that have a few Bitcoins have like a good amount of money, right?
Of
They're
course.
worth like $3,000-$4,000.
There's $5,700.
$5,700. So
$5,700
that's
today.
a lot of fucking money.
That is a lot of money.
What I understand is that there's other cryptocurrencies
Yes.
as well.
Definitely.
I've heard of one that's actually like for charity too. It's called Grant Coin. I
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, I would love, if there's like another one, I'd love to know of that sort of investment that I could grow $100 to $187 million. Like,
Well, you know, I think we all would at the
Yeah.
end of the day. At the end of the day, you know, having that big of a return is fantastic, you know.
Yeah,
But that would
sure.
be the luck of the draw. It's almost like winning the lottery, because no one knew about Bitcoin back then. Just a small group of people did. I'm assuming you watched Banking on Bitcoin on Netflix.
Yeah, I believe that's the one.
That's
Yeah.
the documentary. Absolutely, it's a great documentary. It's not easy to mine a Bitcoin. It costs over $1,000 to mine one Bitcoin, and obviously it's based off of supply and demand. But what it also did create is a system called the blockchain,
Okay.
which the Goldblock Network we call the Truth Protocol, because it is a recorded system of data that cannot be changed, cannot be shifted. So when you put that towards healthcare, government, voting, it kind of changes the paradigm. It changes the shift of things. So things like Grant Coin are absolutely amazing. I don't know a lot about it, but when we do more things like this,
Yeah.
instead of having a middleman control everything, things seem to be a lot better.
For sure.
So what we're doing is we're trying to educate people. We're more of like the advocacy group. We're creating a conference at the end of November to really set people up for the future, so that you can be your own bank, so you can be your own future. And you know, I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, man.
If you ever have any more questions, I'm gonna give you a card right now.
Okay.
Please feel free to ask.
Cool.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
your time.
for sure.
Hey guys, we're here with Harris. We're just gonna ask him a couple questions. So, how's your night going?
So far, so good.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear, man. So, have you ever heard of Bitcoin?
Sure, yeah.
Absolutely. And so that you've heard of it, what do you know about it?
I know it's cryptocurrency, it's digital currency.
Yes.
It's blockchain technology.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And what is your perceived thoughts on it?
I think it's the future, but it's not there yet, and specifically not blockchain with what we have right now. First, we don't have government access to it, and government actually has to regulate it.
Okay.
And so I think the technology's there, but I don't think we're there yet.
Okay, that's awesome. So, in your mind, if governments start to regulate it, where do you see it going then?
I think Bitcoin as money right now is inflated. It's what, 4,000 plus?
5,700 today.
5,700, yeah. Money, let's go back. There's money and there's currency.
Yes.
Okay? Currency is what we have. Nobody really has money. Money is what people perceive as value, but is not necessarily value. Not necessarily perceived by the government as something of value. On the other hand, currency is something which the government prints us as, this is money.
Yes.
Okay, so unless there's a way for the government to come in and say this technology is money, I think we were up against a challenge.
So let me ask you this: the government's printing money, but then what is backing it?
Nothing.
Nothing. So then,
1971, Nixon took gold away.
so, yeah, 71 to 73 is exactly correct. So after time, if governments start to print money, then how is there still value in that?
Well, there's still value because currency is nothing more than people's confidence in the government.
Okay.
You can't take away the central banks of the world from the picture. They have to authorize it. And from what I think and what I know, federal government is working on something called Fedcoin,
Of course. Absolutely.
which is mirroring the technology.
Yeah.
But I see a problem with a lot of Bitcoin, sort of Bitcoin-alike technologies that are popping left and right, the ICOs, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Of course. Of course.
Bitcoin is inflated. It's a tulip mania in Bitcoin, so to speak.
Okay. Hey man, I respect the honesty, and at the end of the day, that's exactly what we want. Just a couple more questions. What do you think of blockchain technology itself, as far as being something used throughout different systems in the future?
Incredible. Meaning it eliminates. Well, first of all, it verifies the origin.
Yes.
Okay. Because a dollar today printed from central bank has a serial number, but there's no way to track it. How many hands it changes money velocity, so to speak. So you don't know that, right? Blockchain, what it does is it registers from owner to owner and to owner to owner to owner. Now, but you also have a lot of problem with that. You're going to eliminate corruption in theory. You're going to eliminate black market in theory, but there's going to be a lot of pushback for that because people on the other side of the aisle, who legislate this side, are also corrupt.
This is a federal bill from Zimbabwe.
Yeah, $1 billion or
No,
$10
trillion.
Wow. Yeah, correct. But,
Worth less than.
but you can't. This is the image of incompetence. But I think America has a symbolic leadership. No matter who comes in the office, who goes, our system is in place. We just got to better.
You're of course, but we're gonna go off a little topic here. But every great nation, every great civilization from the beginning of time has gone up and has gone down. Correct. So who's to say that America is going to be the king forever? Our currency is going to be king forever. So it's only inevitable that the change is going to happen. Is Bitcoin going to be it? I don't know, but there's a whole new world now. Things are changing. Things will rise, things will fall, but blockchain technology has definitely shifted the paradigm, and all we are trying to do at the Goldblock Network is trying to open people's eyes and ears to the understanding of what is going on and to be smart about it.
Sure.
Because there is still a lot of people out there that don't know.
The monetary value of it today, I don't know how to value it, but it's here to stay, no question about it.
I mean, yes, it costs, over $1,000 to produce one Bitcoin. So, is it going to get less than $1,000? I mean, it shouldn't, because it costs $1,000 to produce a Bitcoin, right? Today it's $5,700. Can it be more? Sure. How much does it cost to produce 1 ounce of gold?
By
right?
that metric, I didn't know it cost $1,000 to produce.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I didn't know that. So by that metric,
I mean, that's
5.7 times of scarcity. That's nothing. And then it's valid fine. It could go up to 10, 20 times.
Yeah, because the electricity to produce it here in the States, forget about it. It's like, because we're 30 cents a kilowatt, especially here in California, right?
I didn't know
so
that.
you're going to like Iceland, you're going to like hydro dams in China where it's like 6 cents. That's still $1,000 or more.
So we're talking $1,000 per unit
Bitcoin.
of Bitcoin.
Per unit of Bitcoin.
Okay.
So, but as time goes on, and
then it's valid correctly. It's valid fine. That's fine. That let me take you back. If I didn't know that fact.
Yeah. And see, that's
5.7 times of what it costs to make is something that's so scarce and only so many people have their hands on. It's fine. It's valid fine.
So it's and this is what we're trying to do. It's just just education, because there's so much out there today. It's like, how do I know what is what, right? And so I really appreciate your time, man. I appreciate
No worries,
your
man.
honesty.
I thought it was gonna be 5 minutes, but
Nah, I turned it a lot longer. Thank you so much, man.
No worries.
Wow, that was truly an amazing day. Really getting to spend time with the locals of Venice, the tourists of Venice, and to get their broad understanding of, do they know about Bitcoin? Do they know about blockchain technology? And it was really all over the map. Some were, really understandable about it. Some were, negative towards it, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, I know that we have a lot of work to do to really spread the message and get people's understandings to a higher level so that they can share it with their family and friends. I do have to say thank you, Matt. You did a fantastic job today. What was your perspective on it?
Yeah, no doubt. I had some amazing conversations, and one thing that was, I think, notable, those who knew about it and understood blockchain and Bitcoin, you got that sense of community.
Absolutely.
Right? And so that was really cool. But you know what? At the end of the day, all I gotta say,
Thanks for watching the Goldblock Network.